Hello, citizens of the world, prepare to be captivated, for I am the hero that you never knew you needed. Today, we're about to embark on an exhilarating journey as we dissect the top 10 jaw-dropping differences between the timeless 1989 animated masterpiece and the live-action spectacle of The Little Mermaid, both now streaming on Disney+. Let me know what you thought about these differences in the comments below. Without further ado, let's dive in. Number 10, Ariel's appearance. Let's wade into the waters of controversy, shall we? Long before the live-action adaptation of The Little Mermaid graced our screens, the announcement that the immensely talented Halle Bailey would don the mantle of Ariel sent shockwaves through the realm of public opinion. Yet, as the tides of time flowed, Halle Bailey emerged as an absolute revelation, embodying Ariel's boundless curiosity with a flair that's nothing short of mesmerizing. And that voice! It soars through the waves like a serenade from the depths of the ocean itself, leaving even the most ardent villains in awe.
Part of that world.
Number 9. New songs. Hold on to your tridents, folks, because the live-action wave has brought in a symphony of unheard melodies, transforming the very essence of this beloved tale. Aladdin set the stage with Jasmine's soul-stirring ballad Speechless, but The Little Mermaid doesn't just tip its toes, it takes a full-fledged dive, introducing not one, not two, but 3 tantalizing tracks that bestow upon the narrative a tapestry of enchantment. Prince Eric serenaded us with Wild Uncharted Waters, a lyrical revelation, recounting the depths of his bewilderment upon being saved by the mermaid, creating a more of a natural human feel for Eric, instead of just a prince. A perspective so fresh that even the animated dared not to venture. Ariel herself takes center stage with For the First Time, a lifting confession of her first feel into the world of legs and the land above. Awkwafina, the voice behind the sassy Scuttle, and the incomparable David Diggs, a maestro of the Hamilton stage, and now our beloved Sebastian, unleashed the Scuttlebutt, a buoyant comical rap that tickles the funny bones of young and old alike. And probably one song that will be stuck in your head for the next week or so. Number 8, changes to old songs. Kiss the Girl is one of the best Disney love songs, but some of the lyrics suggest that consent isn't needed from Ariel for Eric to kiss her and restore her voice. Lin-Manuel Miranda and the director Rob Marshall, not once to be tethered to outdated ideals, set sail to rewrite these verses, forging a path toward a more enlightened age. Gone are the days of silent wishes and unspoken desires, replaced by a call for communication and respect. No longer does Prince Eric float adrift in the sea of assumption, instead, he harnesses the power of words, seeking Ariel's consent before setting the wheels of destiny in motion. Use your words.
Possible she wants you to use your words, boy, and ask her.
Use your words, boy, and ask her, they sing now, a refrain that heralds a new dawn of understanding, where the compass of consent guides their course. With this lyrical alchemy, a minor tweak sends seismic waves of change, casting a radiant light above a timeless classic. It's a testament to the evolution of love and respect, echoing the sentiments of a world that understands the idea of consent, where every heart beats to a rhythm of shared understanding. Much like Kiss the Girl, Poor Unfortunate Souls had lyrics that could be problematic and no longer fit the message the director and writers wanted to express. The original lyrics talked about being skinny and not saying words, as men loved women who didn't speak their mind and talk a lot. The new version of the song cuts this verse entirely and doesn't rewrite the lyrics like Kiss the Girl. While this shortens the song, it doesn't take away from the wickedness of Ursula and the consequences her persuasive song has for Ariel. Number 7, Ariel's motivations. In the animated version, Ariel's heart was captured by the curiosity of the human world, but focused on her love for Eric. Her enchantment with Eric became the compass guiding her voyage to the surface. Yet, in the live-action adaptation, a bold new tapestry unfurls. Here, Ariel's spirit is a tempest of longing, an anthem for freedom that resonates with the very soul of the ocean's depths. She yearns for liberty, to taste the wind's salty kiss upon her face, and to chart her own course. In her eyes, the rift between merfolk and humankind is but an illusion, a bridge wanting to be forged by her. This new Ariel surges forth not merely as a love-struck mermaid, but as a force of nature, an embodiment of unity, determined to dissolve the barriers that tether her two worlds. Her tale becomes a sympathy of yearning and empowerment, an anthem for those who refuse to be tamed by fate's hand. Number 6, Ariel's friends. Ariel has many friends in the animated The Little Mermaid, and the live-action movie gives her even more friends to rely on. Eric's mother, Queen Selena, becomes a friend to Ariel as she gets to know the woman who will become her mother-in-law. The palace servants are also incorporated into the story as people Ariel can find support in with new characters Lashana and Rosa. And let's not forget the steadfast Grimsby. Once a mere specter in the background, now stepping into the limelight, a person of trust and loyalty in the eyes of the royal family. Flounder, Sebastian, and Scuttle, while still cherished companions, emerge anew, their forms transcending the realm of adorable hand drawings. Instead, they embody a striking realism reminiscent of the lions that grace the Lion King's live-action canvas. However, the main change was Scuttle gender swapping. However, it was a welcomed change. Awkwafina was able to put her own spin on the bird that resounded with audiences, and it also fit the wacky seabird, as well as the change in species of bird from a seagull to a northern gannet. The change stemmed from the creators wanting the bird to be able to go underwater with her friends. And if you're unaware, a seagull actually isn't able to go underwater, unlike the northern gannet. Number 5, Eric has more depth. Not only did we get a new song for Eric, but we also got more of a backstory for his character. Disney princes are often shrouded in a veil of mystery, their tales overshadowed by the luminance of their princess counterparts. But the Little Mermaid live action unfurls a new chapter, bestowing upon Prince Eric a history that breathes life into his very being. No longer confined to the castle's halls, Eric's heart yearns for the boundless expanse of the sea. In his soulful ballad, Wild Uncharted Waters, the depths of Eric's longing spill forth, revealing a genuine affection that transcends mere enchantment. No longer a prince blinded by mere surface beauty like many other princes, he becomes a man captured by the actual spirit of Ariel. Queen Selena, Eric's mom who was missing in the animated movie, weaves a new thread into the fabric of Eric's narrative, illuminating the roots of his love for the sea. With her, we journey deeper into the heart of the prince, understanding the values that bind him to the ocean's embrace. Number 4, Ariel's sisters. Ariel's sisters are no longer a choir of women who are only thought of as performers or Triton's daughters. In the new Little Mermaid, Ariel's sisters are seen as guardians of the sea. Each of the sisters' appearances reflects the seas they protect and allows Ariel's sisters to be more diverse, rather than looking like the same character with a different outfit and hair color as they did in the original Disney film. The changes to Ariel's sisters shows them more than as sidekicks to Triton and Ariel, but as leaders of the seas. Triton's sisters are seen as strong leaders rather than musically gifted princesses. The change to Ariel's sisters also changes Ariel's role, as she is expected to step into the role of a leader, and her lack of focus on her responsibility is part of her father's frustrations. Number 3, Ariel goes outside the castle. In the animated film, Ariel interacts with many sea creatures, but once she is on land, she doesn't leave the castle and only interacts with Prince Eric and his staff. The live-action Little Mermaid allows Ariel to explore more of the human world. Ariel walks through town trying to understand what the humans do when they aren't sailing the sea, including the original voice actress for Ariel, Jodie Benson, partaking in the scene. The scene also shows the market for Ariel's perspective and how her vision isn't as good as in the water. By trying to understand more humans, Ariel's curiosity is better displayed, making the movie more about adventure than romance. Number 2, Ursula is related to Triton. Ursula was originally set to be the sister of Triton in the original storyboarding for the 1989 animated classic. The idea was played around all over many renditions for this tale, from the silver screen to stages all over. The Little Mermaid live-action remake finally brings it into the limelight, allowing Ursula to be Ariel's aunt and Triton's banished sea witch sister. This adds more depth to why Ursula hates Triton so much and gives more of a human aspect to her character, unlike the animated version. Number 1, the ending. The animated Little Mermaid ends like most fairy tales, with the prince saving the princess and slaying the villain. However, the live-action Little Mermaid flips the narrative and doesn't let Eric take all the glory as the film's only hero. By having Ariel save the prince and slay Ursula, Disney removed the more problematic aspects of Ariel's character and shows her as a strong woman who has learned from her mistakes. This new ending helps better make sense of Ariel's choice to be a human and leave her life behind at the end of the story. Her love for Eric is more apparent and proves to be more than just some childlike crush, but an actual connection between the two characters. These changes between the two films beckons us to dive deeper into the heart of the story, to explore not just the surface, but the depths of its characters and their evolving roles. It's a reminder that, like the ever-shifting tides, even the most cherished classics can find new currents of relevance and resonance. If there are any differences that I missed, drop them in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you at the movies.